And hello and welcome back to another episode of the O's Talk. Today we have Ephemeral with us, a longtime friend of mine and staff manager, or staff whatever. And we do have Charles today with us as well. Hey Charles, how you doing?
Hey, doing okay.
And I forgot to ask Ephemeral how he's doing. How you doing, man?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm talking to you. What do you think?
I'm gonna say it right now, Peppy did his at 4. You have no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
did.
doesn't sleep. He's not a normal person. That's just
Oh, he's
not
a
what
robot.
he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
obviously we'll get out the boring questions out of the way first. So how'd you find out about O's? How'd you find out about our game?
Well, you see, there's a very long and elaborate story about this, and it basically boils down to someone on my Facebook feed linked it and said, hey, this is a cool game, and I was in between MMOs at the time, so I'm like, I'll give this cool game a shot, and I gave it a shot, and now here I am 5 years later.
Okay, so the next one, I'm gonna have fun with this one a little bit. How did you first get involved with the staff? Now I know this, but this is gonna be a great little story that a lot of people should take. I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I think people need to know. It probably doesn't work the same nowadays, but it's important. So let us know if
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend people try this these days. Let's just put it lightly. Back in ye olde days of OS, song quality was not quite as enforced as it is now. And I was happily downloading beat maps one day, and I come across this Toho map, and I'm like, hey, this looks cool. And I download it, and I start playing it. And the sound literally sounds like it's through a megaphone. Someone's pretty much put an iPhone Touch up to a megaphone and has played a track through it and then recorded it onto their computer. And it was horrible. And I thought to myself, how could this be? How is this allowed to happen? So I made a very angry post in the person's thread about it and saying, this is tried. What the f is this? I think that's actually what I said. It might be my first post ever made on the forums, honestly.
It actually, it was pretty close to your first post, and it was a lot meaner than that. You're sugarcoating it, but
I think I might be.
yeah, I mean, you basically like you don't have a brain because people had told him beforehand that it was bad, and like he's like, I'm not gonna change, and you were like, well, this is all the reasons why you should, and you're stupid. And you can pretty much tell us basically what resulted in this giant, like, because some people considered it a flame post, but it definitely caught the staff's attention.
Oh no, you're thinking of the ketchup thing. That's completely different.
Yeah, that was the ketchup thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the thing that got me like involved in actual modding, because I didn't really give a shit before then. I'm just kind of like, beat maps, just gonna fucking play beat maps.
So you'd say this is what got you into modding in general and giving feedback on other people's maps.
That's pretty much it, because I'm like, how can these people not use Google for 2 seconds to find a song that doesn't sound like it's been filtered through a horse's ass? That was my first thought.
Yeah, right. So now I'm really dying to know, what was the ketchup thing?
The ketchup thing was where it all began for me, I think.
Awesome.
There was this fellow called Ketchup, and he said, well, he liked to... Yeah, I think you've met him before, Charles, or at least you've spoken to him.
I think I did for a very, very short time.
And he was a very... I don't really know how to put this kindly, so I'm not. He was a complete...
God damn it.
He was a complete crap. Like...
Oh, I agree 100%.
Asshole. I'm not even kidding. He would take music off, I think, OC Remix. He would take
not
the
even
stem...
OC Remix. He'd take the stems off the default to FL Studio. We're talking FL Studio's default projects. Slightly tweak them and be like, I know how to music.
Guys, this is original content. Something like that.
Do not
I knew
steal.
this was going to happen. I knew that the second we interview Ephemeral, it's going to be bashing everyone.
No, just this guy, because this guy is a particular honestly. I mean, let's be real.
Anyway, so
yeah,
how did that...
He mapped one of his own songs called Project Unreality, and my god, it was hard. The map is literally the worst thing to have ever been uploaded onto OS's server. I don't really think I should be saying this, but it was terrible. And everyone was being really kind about it, and there was this really cool guy called Luigi Han who was giving this guy some really helpful advice to try and make his map not an unequivocal pile of garbage. And he was doing pretty good at it, and then this Ketchup guy comes in and is like, Luigi Han, you have no f***ing idea what you're talking about. I'm going to ignore your mod complaints. And that just made me see red, so I pretty much tore his map to pieces.
Yes, you
and
did.
made him not play the game anymore, I think.
No, he stayed around long enough to make butter.
Ah, butter.
Which then he left, and good old Wimey Man, like, he actually came through and tried to make it somewhat playable. And he took it upon himself because he's like, oh, I want to get this finished. He put a lot of work into it. He was still trying to be nice. And that's kind of what happened with that. And, yeah, more or less, I could kind of ideal a little bit because I was in the staff at the time when Ephemeral was inducted in Old Fags Unite. Like, everybody saw that and they're like, wow, this guy's not afraid to tell people how it is. Might want to do with not being so rude, but other than that, it looks like he knows what he's doing, so.
I'm Australian, you don't get to pick and choose these things.
Yeah, so ultimately, that's basically what got him into the staff. I kind of helped answer his own question there, but I have a little bit.
I think that's fair considering you were there for most of it as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, to continue on, I want to say, now that you are in the staff, what would you say that you do as, you know, a staff manager and whatnot?
I stop people from tearing each other's throats out intermittently.
Okay, so you started off by tearing people's throats out, and now you tell people not to do that.
Yeah, it's weird, hey? I sit there and think to myself, what happened? How did I get here? Because I still don't know, honestly. It just
How long has it been, do you think?
I think I was staff 6 months after I started playing. I think after I actually started like being a part of the community and stuff. But things were very different back then. Like 6 months was not really that short a time. Like these days, you know, you get people that have been here for like 2 or 3 years, and they're like, you know, we're still not sure about these people.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of like 6 months was still kind of pushing the ball. I mean, I was here for a year and some odd months before they even considered. And let's be honest, the only reason why they considered is because like I was the best of buds with like all the people.
I will sit.
Yeah.
I will sit. I wish
Friends
you'd come
of
back.
admins.
Yeah, but I think overall in the end I ended up doing a lot more good than Ivelset initially planned on, to be quite honest.
I think Ivelset was the cool guy who stayed back there and made you feel inadequate.
Yep.
I don't think he tried to make you feel inadequate.
No, it just happens.
Yeah, he just made you feel inadequate.
It just
unintentionally.
happens. Right. So, so you've been here for years after the, you know, initial introduction into the staff team, and I mean, I don't think I've seen you off of the team over for tons of years. Do you think that's been like 5 years, maybe 6?
4.5, I think. 4.5 years I've been staff. No, I never left. I don't even think I've been on a leave of absence for longer than like 2 months. I have no life.
What do you think it is that keeps you coming back?
I don't know. It's a hard thing to explain why one gets engaged with something, and I think this is like that for me, honestly. There's something about this, when you kind of sink your teeth into it, there's these layers you get in this community, and there's all these people that come together from all around the world to do all this really cool shit. And I got an opportunity to be a part of all this really cool shit, and I just want to keep doing really cool shit. So I keep coming back. That's pretty much it. Really profound introduction. Yeah,
I'm totally adding a counter to this video. We're gonna see how many we can get.
But don't try to overdo it now.
Oh, of course.
So,
of course.
you're really
Do I
interested
really
in
say
all
it
the
that
cool...
often?
Well, I mean, it just kind of happens. Anyway, so you're talking about all of the cool content that's being done. Have you tried making more of your own recently?
What, map-wise?
Yeah!
Oh boy. There's some history. Some history there that the elephant in the room that I don't think anyone no, don't mention it, please don't mention it.
Come on.
Don't mention it.
You can't be upset about the past. It's very
I'm upset
important
about the
stepping
past, Charles.
stone.
I'm upset about the
It's
past.
a very important
What?
reason and
I mean-
factor to the popularity of the game.
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
it's
like
true.
you can't get mad that you created a crap map and everybody loved it, and it just brought in like the worst amount of influx of like crazy people for a short time.
Okay.
Oh no,
The
like,
video
it did,
was good.
A
The video was
short
good.
time.
Give me
The
that.
video
The
was
video
good.
was good.
No,
All right.
and
I
Let's
enjoyed
look
that
at-
video.
We should clarify what we're talking about if it isn't immediately obvious. We're talking about was it 2009 map?
I
The
can't even
Ephemeral
remember, honestly.
set Bad Apple. It was a collaboration between a couple mappers, including the likes of Psonia, I do believe. Yeah, that's some old history. It's like people are gonna be going, "Who's Psonia?" And it's all
oh
like,
man, if only
right.
they knew.
Let's not talk about Psonia. Moving on to
I should
that.
interview him.
That map was the most played on every day. It's probably still near the top of the list for maps. It was a huge part in getting the game popular around that time. In fact, I remember there were communities dedicated to getting people to play that map.
Oh
I
yeah,
do believe. Just absolutely install the game and play this map. It was
yeah.
really fascinating.
They
and
had
it really helped in the
multi-rooms.
influx.
They had multi-rooms, quite honestly, that said, we're doing nothing but playing Bad Apple for the next 10 hours. Join multi-room if you want to play Bad Apple.
You're
And
killing me. This is physically painful.
Okay, now I'm gonna take you back a little bit further because you probably don't even remember saying this. But when you release that, you're like, oh my god, I can't believe how many plays I'm getting. And I've just been linking it every once in a while in different channels, every 6 hours or so, and it goes up like another 2,000 or 3,000 plays, and this is great. I mean, I am so proud of this. And then ultimately, like when it came back to you after the initial wave of, holy crap, this is a good thing, it hit you, well, first off, somebody finally poked at the timing and proved that it was wrong. I think that was Cyclone that might poked at the timing?
Yeah, it was wrong. It was really, really wrong. Like, about as wrong can get, honestly.
50 milliseconds.
Cyclone actually has a little bit of something he wants to bring in. He's in the waiting room today, and
Oh, are you gonna like bring him in
well,
prematurely, maybe?
Well,
For,
yeah,
like, a little
prematurely,
comment?
because this is pretty big, you know. The Bad
Yeah,
Apple
yeah,
was
totally.
the big thing. So we're gonna bring in Cyclone for just
we're
a
bringing
moment.
Oh man, first on the show. Let's get him in here.
Boom,
yeah,
what's up?
Hello.
So what'd you want to bring
Cyclone.
in on this?
Yeah, no, I remember that map a lot. I remember, like,
The
you
extra
would play
difficulty.
the difficulty with the white and black circles on a white and black video with a white and black background. There was that, and then there was the timing, which you were talking about. There was just a red section right in the middle of the map, and you could feel the song getting more and more off until that red section, and then it would snap back on the place. And I think it happened again near the end of the song.
Well,
Or
you know,
collaborative enterprises.
well, you know,
And I tried to
ahead.
get it on rank like 5 times.
I really
Oh
wish
my
you'd
goodness.
succeeded, honestly.
It's 2009 all over again in here. This is fantastic.
The
but I
glory
mean,
days.
in retrospect and giving Ephemeral a little bit of credit, wasn't that like your second or third ranked map?
It was my second ranked beat map, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean,
So,
that kind of stuff happens. I don't know how many maps I have that are probably ranked that probably have horrendous timing from back in that day.
The only thing is 27 million people didn't play yours.
actually they did, but
Yeah.
that's another story. Anyway, I wanted to wrap this little part up with the fact that you have made something in the past that you may not be proud of yourself, but it was massively popular and people really did enjoy it. Has that scared you off from making more stuff nowadays, would you say?
Yeah, when your first real foray into mapping gets popular, I guess, and it's not something you're particularly proud of after the fact, like when you come to realize that there's glaring problems with it that somehow miraculously slip past the system, it kind of leaves you with a little bit of a bad taste, and yeah, I haven't really stuck myself back into mapping. I think I had that one pendulum map that I had
Well, it was good.
with a couple of other people. Yeah, it was alright. I
Oh,
think
you had
the
a
best
harder
maps in
diff
that
on
set were
those?
other people's maps, yeah.
No.
But
I think the problem with that set was the second hardest difficulty was harder than the supposed hardest diff.
It was also better made. It was Shinde's difficulty, which I really liked. I
Ah,
liked it better than
okay.
mine saying. But yeah, I just you kind of get a feel for these things, and
I mean, I've had that problem where you make something and you feel like it's the stupidest thing in the world, and then it gets popular. Like I made dragons, and
Yeah.
people like that. I'm like, what? You're not supposed to.
I do
But they
believe
do
someone
anyway.
came and asked him a question IRL.
I know.
So
I'm trying to, Zicho, I'm trying to.
That
fill
was
in.
my wonderful father, who I am very
Excellent.
lucky to have, who constantly likes to
Excellent.
troll me all the time.
Are you doing something on the PC, Ephemeral?
Hey there, son, are you doing something? Oh, what's this? This a microphone? Oh, no, I'm going to come right up to it now. How you doing? That's my father in a nutshell.
All right, great. So, okay, I guess that answers the question on mapping.
Yeah, and Cyclone, we're gonna move you back down till we get to our open questions. Thank you for
Thank you very much
in-
for the addition.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so I do believe, are we at number 8 now? I see your marker
I
there.
would start at 7, I do believe.
At
8 questions?
Number
Say
7.
I feel like 3.
Number
no, there's
7?
more
Oh,
than,
okay.
No, there's more than that.
Okay, so alright, what are you expecting of OS in the near future? Do you think any big changes will be happening, or anything that you're looking forward to?
I think people that follow me on Ask FM know that I've been talking about this modding V2 thing for a while. It's like a new initiative coming up. Yeah, it's. I think there's some stuff that's going to go in from that very soon, actually, which should
You do realize
really...
that there are hundreds of people who are absolutely terrified at the thought. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it might
pretty
be a good
terrified at
idea
the thought
to
as well.
dispel any worries.
No, it's a big change. I think it's okay to be terrified about these things, especially when it's like literally changing everything that we know and love, as far as like modding and ranking maps goes. But I don't think it's something to be too afraid of, because it will make things better. Because as things stand right now, they're not particularly great. But
yeah.
It's basically modding V2 is essentially shifting the earnest on ranking maps away from the bat and putting it in the hands of the community, and I think that's a great thing, because it means that we're going to get a lot more maps ranked, and they're going to be a lot more indicative of what the community actually wants, which is something hard to do sometimes, especially with a
Yes.
very limited team. So I reckon that's good, and that's a big change. And yeah, and there's also like a shit ton of other really cool stuff that Heavy's been doing that's just going to like blow people's minds.
And I personally, I was on the fence about the whole subject for a long time, and then as I've gotten more involved with the community and I've gotten more involved with mappers, I might not be making stuff as much anymore and modding stuff as much anymore, but I am a social butterfly, if anything. And I definitely go around and I find out what's going on. Oh man, I just realized why you laughed at that. But anyways, let's move that further. The thing about it is this will, like you said, get what people in the community want. And it doesn't completely, like, so many people are worried about the line of quality being completely abolished. And it's not. We could dispel that right now for people that are worried that, oh man, they're just going to be able to rank anything now. No. There's still going to be, like, the whole qualified section that's been introduced for the last, 3-4 months, maybe 5 or 6?
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah. It's been there for a while, and that was basically the initial shock of the start of all this. And basically what that does is ranked kind of turns into a new type of pending, in a way, in a sort. It still has scores, just like you guys know. It's got scores you can rank on them. But if there is something glaringly wrong, if the community outcry is large enough to, hey, we don't like this, that's when the BAT come in and they make the adjustments and everything that needs to be changed. So It's really not that bad of a system when you think about it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll make it a lot easier for a lot of people that have had their maps in pending for months, and they're going, why won't anybody recognize this? Somebody please notice me.
Senpai, notice me.
Please notice my map. My patterns are amazing. No, basically, what happens is that ranked is no longer... ranked is going to be super protected. If you're in ranked, there's really nothing people can do to you. That's what qualified is for. It's the week of like evaluation. If you can make it through qualified, then that means you've been determined as okay and are ready to go into the actual game. So qualified is basically the kind of like a almost like a
should have had.
Wow, maybe. I don't know. It probably would have had 1 million plays by the end of the week, and nobody would dare unrank it. Anyway. But that's the idea behind qualified, is that it'll be easier to get in there, but also easier to be popped out of it.
And
That's a good thing.
yeah, definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
All right.
Wait, am I interviewing you? That just got really confusing there for a second.
No.
You're
You're the one who has the most knowledge of it and have brought it up. So therefore, it's your interview.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, it's what we're saying right now is just the current draft of things. Stuff may change fairly dramatically.
Yeah.
I don't
These things
think
go through the design process.
Nobody can predict the future,
Yep.
Except Pepe, because he makes the future.
except for
Believe-
the Daily Double.
Believe
Or whatever that show
everything
was.
is subject to change. Just slap a giant subject to change sticker on it. There you go.
It's like watching a nice trailer for a video game, and you know dang well that that's not going to be the final product.
Yep.
Anyway, so speaking of other games, you've worked quite a bit of development on OS in general from the time you've been here. Are there any other games that you've participated in development?
Yeah, I was a volunteer developer for a small community 2D game called called Graal Online, specifically the Era server, where it's just kind of like Zelda except with guns. It sounds really retarded, but it's like the early Zelda games. Yeah, I was I went by Malicious on there, and I developed a whole bunch of stuff for it at certain points. It was pretty good, pretty interesting endeavor.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Yeah.
like, did you enjoy working with that? Did it become a headache at any time? Because I guarantee OS has probably more than once become a headache. So.
Oh, it was a huge headache. God damn! Like the headache almost like nearly overcame the goodness of it at parts, because like it's a tough thing sometimes to do in volunteer communities, because I mean everyone and anyone is in there, and sometimes your views don't always line up, and particularly in development when you're trying to make cool shit and then someone up above you is just like, nah, you can't do this cool shit, bro. It's not my cool shit, or they don't think it's, you know, kind of thing. Like someone told me that exploding cigarettes wouldn't be a good idea, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a fantastic idea. So I coded it in anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
we're not talking
no.
about that. But
I mean, the parallels are pretty apparent.
Oh man, exploding cigarettes. Okay.
Yep. 2% chance every time you drew a cigarette, one would explode and kill you and pretty much like everyone around you. It was great.
That's okay. I'm glad that you got better at design over the few years.
No, that was my way of encouraging people not to smoke.
Oh,
Kinda like
okay.
Doing
I
my
see.
health and safety part. Yeah, you know, gotta do conscientious part there.
So
Smoking
what?
is bad, okay?
You
Okay.
you really have your design with Metal Gear Solid in mind. I see.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Excellent. So I mean, hopefully you haven't been sneaking too much into the development of OS and all. But have you
like
met?
Pepe
I
would
wanted to
let
ask.
me.
Have you met Pepe before?
No, I haven't. He lives in the
Really?
state over from me, the state I was born in, actually. But I've never actually met Pepe in real life. I have, however, played about 20 or 30 hours of League of Legends with Pepe, which is interesting.
To talk about Pepe on League of Legends, he plays Sona and Ziggs, right?
Yes, mostly Sona.
Mostly
Mostly.
Sona.
So does he
Mostly
rage? I gotta ask. I didn't ask him in the interview. I should have asked him, because we did ask him if he played any other games that we got on Ragnarok, but I didn't ask him.
Ragnarok, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ask him if he suffers from League rage, like 99.9% of the entire human population that plays League.
Surprisingly, no, but it does kind of show that he's like not very acquainted with the game sometimes. We were playing ARAM with him once, and he was Fiddlesticks, and he didn't realize that Fiddlesticks ult was the channel, so he kind of like started the ult and moved, and sat in the brush for about like 20 seconds wondering what the f was going on. We all had a good chortle about that.
Oh man.
Happy times.
And speaking about playing games, do you still play OS frequently?
Infrequently. I'm not very good at it. I never really have been, but I do enjoy it, and I like to delude myself into thinking that I can play the hard maps, and then I play the hard maps that aren't really that hard, and then my wrist is like, why are you doing this to me?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Have you considered increasing your DPI on your mouse?
Does that help?
Well, usually if your wrist gets hurt, it's because you're moving your mouse far too much on your mouse pad.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should watch those Academy. Is that covered?
Yeah, it is
No.
covered.
It
Yeah,
really?
Yes, it is
No.
covered.
Holy
DPI and
cow.
settings are all kinds of DPI and game settings are covered. I go over the basics of what I use. We also go over how there's differences in keyboards and how that can affect the stamina when you play. All kinds of stuff like that's covered. You should watch it. It's good for you.
You see, he's not a professor for nothing.
Exactly.
Well. Alright, let's continue.
Excuse me,
science.
Charles.
Alright, I think now's the time where we get into the more personal stuff, right? So I'm gonna let Zichon take
Oh
these.
god.
Okay, so here comes one of the personal ones. Why do you still have that quote that I wrote 5 years ago on your signature? Like,
You haven't
seriously.
said anything to top that in like the entire 4 years I've known you, I think. I think that pretty much adequately sums up my entire experience with you, so I'd just leave it there.
Alright, should we
Oh,
no, we
man.
should we read that
No.
aloud?
Oh, of course. I don't care.
Yeah, alright, so alright, we're gonna
Oh.
go ahead and start. Ephemeral starts and then Zichon finishes it off. But don't hurt
Let me
your
actually
voice,
open
Zichon.
it, hold on.
He's got to open it and find out where it is.
Okay. I will start, are you ready?
Yeah.
Little girls!
Fuck yeah!
There
Woo!
we go.
Alright.
This was when,
Well, see now we know Ztrot has issues. Let's move on.
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna ask this next one.
Go for it.
Why do you have a seagull on your avatar?
He has no idea.
You're right, I really don't. I remember how I got it, but I'm not actually sure why I have it.
97% of people get this question wrong.
I do remember there was this really cool Russian guy called T-Killer, and I think we had a bird with arms thread in Off Topic. By the way, no one should ever go to that subform, it's just complete trash. Don't ever go there. Seriously, just don't. Like, I'm legit saying it outright. Don't go there, it's a wasteland.
Is
And
this
it's not even
statement
like,
real?
don't-
Fake.
I'm not even saying this in like the hipster, oh, you don't want to go there because it's not what the cool kids are. Seriously, just don't. Just don't go there. Just pretend it doesn't. Pretend I never mentioned it. I'm just not going to mention it from now on. There was this really cool Russian guy in the forum that I'm not going to mention, and we had a really cool thread there about birds with arms, and I really like birds. And he found a really cool looking seagull picture, and I'm like, can you put biceps on that? And he put biceps on that.
I think I've seen that bird in numerous real or fake just pictures in general now. It's quite a funny thing. I guess the other question is, and a lot of people don't actually notice, why does it have a halo on it?
It has a halo on it?
Yeah, go look at it.
Yep.
What the f-
Oh, no. You didn't know? Oh, boy. Wow, we're
Is this
breaking into
Octave
new
trying to give
ground.
me a hint or something?
I don't know.
Motherfucker.
I mean, you've had this and you had no idea it had a halo on it.
Well, to be fair, it's not exactly noticeable.
I guess so.
Nah.
But wow.
I'm just pushing it. I can't actually remember why. It was another thing. I think someone is just like, you should put a halo on it. I'm just like, okay. And then they put a halo on it,
Yeah.
so I used it.
Interesting to know is, if I recall, your thing actually has transparency on it, so if you were to take it into another situation, it's actually really clear.
Damn, that's legit.
That's really,
Holy
it's really strange. Actually, we're discovering. I've noticed that there's been a trend where people have stuff that they had no idea was truly there. Like last time, Peppy, we asked him about how Uppy was doing, and he had no idea it existed. Like it was still a thing. It's just
It
being
was really
posted on
popular
the
back
box
in the
somewhere.
day, too.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
it's
believe you
still
forgot
there.
about it.
He had no idea it's still up, and now you have something in your avatar that you've had no idea has been there. It's really hilarious.
I mean, clearly, if you watched the closing the game episode, you would have saw that the halo was there just fine.
Oh, yeah.
When he jumps on the escape button.
Yeah,
I
we
thought-
stuck you in that, by the way. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know.
Oh, no, I saw that.
Awesome.
Like
I saw that in
didn't-
pre-production.
I didn't know. I didn't know though that I thought the halo was added afterwards because I know you had taken some time off, and I kind of figured maybe that was your way of showing like I'm dead for right now. Don't try to contact me.
I think you might be right. I think that might be it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would thought of because I don't remember it initially having a halo.
No, it absolutely didn't. It
That
didn't
is
have
true.
one. This was added in.
Yep. So we solved
Maybe-
the mystery today.
Maybe it was Peppy pulling a prank on you?
Maybe.
Considering he
Pretty
did
good
talk
prank.
about you during your interview. During his interview.
Well, I think that shit talking was quite warranted, to be frank.
Oh, okay.
It was quite warranted. So
You humble son of
I
a gun,
forgive
right?
him.
Anyway.
I forgive him. It's
Alright,
something
so I
we've worked
think-
past. A relationship works two ways, you know. You can't just all give. You got to take, and vice versa.
Oh man. Also,
Thank you for the fan fiction.
I wish
Yeah.
you'd return my calls. Though.
Anyway.
It's getting a bit lonely here in Sydney.
let's move on to. I think now we're out of questions, so we should probably go into user questions because we got a
Is that
couple
all you
people down
had?
there.
Well,
Are you legit?
I
What?
could bring up
You
some
want us to
more
talk
stuff.
about dumb bullshit?
No, so surely Zetrock can pull up some more crap. Go on, go for it.
All
You
right.
already kept me awake. Might as
Okay,
well.
so one of the other questions: when we started, when Deliberations was created for the map, what was your initial purpose for it?
It was meant to be an intermediary team between the community and the BAT because such a thing didn't exist before. And it was kind of a bit weird that we just kind of like elevated new users suddenly straight from whatever they were before, peasants I guess, into like BAT.
Wow.
Well, they weren't exactly peasants. It was.
No,
I think the
that's
original
great.
wave of the people that you added were people that were incredibly active in #mod, and they also had lots of mod posts. I do think you did a little bit of research towards it. You know, I mean,
Active
it wasn't.
peasants. Yes. of
Yeah,
course.
it wasn't completely
Wow.
unjustified. And it was you, Sinistro, Rolled, and Luigi Han that
Oh
kind
my
of
god, Roll!
talked about it. Yeah,
Oh my god, I completely forgot about Rolled. I feel so bad now.
yeah.
Oh, I
Rolled
wonder how
was
he's
like
doing.
the beginning. Rolled was the beginning of flow mapping, as far as I
I mean,
remember.
he's such a cool dude, like in general. Like even his maps are fucking great, but holy shit. Sorry, we're just old fagging it out here at the moment.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. The thing is about Rolled is his maps don't look old. They look brand new. They have aged really well.
Except some of the, like, Soldier Boy songs.
Well, that's Soldier Boy. I mean, it can't be helped.
He has a massive
Anyway.
control, remember? So.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah, so that's with the mat. Now, another question we had is, well, I'm pulling these right off the dome, but
Go for it.
you also helped set up a couple of the mapping contests yourself, correct?
All of them, I think. All of the monthly ones, at least, anyway.
Well, yeah. So, what was the idea behind creating it monthly? Because at one point it was actually set to being. I think we did it like once a year.
Yeah. The first three were once a year, I believe.
Yeah. So.
Oh no,
what-
we did them all at the same time, didn't we? We had the 3 different songs people could choose.
Well,
I remember.
yeah, we did 3 of those like that, one every year, and there'd be 3 different songs that we could choose from. And now it's taken a turn from being once a year to every month, and there's been a lot of slight changes that people don't realize as much, because some people that don't want to take part in the mapping contest haven't realized that these songs that we're getting now, they're licensed. You know, that means they get packaged with the game, and I think that's an excellent addition to the contest. I mean, that's cool. Charles is probably gonna have like 67 maps by the end of this big
Oh,
old run.
shut up. Look, I don't
It's
know how I'm gonna
packaged.
do. I don't know how 6 is gonna go for me. Who knows? Anyway, that's not even gonna get bundled. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Spy is something completely different. But you pretty much hit the nail on the head. It's kind of like, well, we need maps to bundle with the game. We can either do the really boring thing and just pick a few out from the community that have like happen to be mapped to like
yeah,
Creative Commons
get one
music.
get stream. Start your game downloaded with a random gibberish map. That was a good idea.
Wow. Wow.
Damn,
no.
Charles,
Shots
all the
He would-
shots.
no.
man.
Like
He would
a full
appreciate.
array right there.
Nah,
Dude.
he would appreciate the joke.
RJ did a,
RJ's cool. RJ's
Yeah.
really cool.
for what they were made for. I think it was
Dude.
decent.
It was a very basically what the INIS mapping crew basically, and this is officially a tangent. What the INIS crew did is they made it so the change from the DS to the PC was not completely alien. You had the stuff that you were used to, so the transition from the DS to the PC was not as sharp. Very important. Very important.
Exactly. And I mean,
All right.
also when they
Let's kill
when they
the
took
tangent.
on. Hold on, tangent's gone. But when they created OStream, that's completely virgin territory. Nobody knew what they were doing. So like, I give them props where props is done. Also, okay, Ephemeral on some really weird stuff now. Let's go ahead and pull out the really weird questions. So, like for a while you've been interviewed on the OS Monthly and stuff like that.
I have.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, that's true. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you were
I
on.
don't think
Oh, wow.
anybody
Oh,
remembers
yeah.
the OS Monthly. I don't think.
Man, I don't even remember it. That was like a Like a wind just hit me in the face.
You know what? All my deep
Corin's just
thought out.
crying in the waiting room.
He's just tearing up.
Yeah, all my deep thought out questions are completely going over your head. So I think it's time that we let the users go ahead and ask their questions and
All
see
6
what's
of them,
going on with
because
that.
we did this last minute.
Yeah,
All
all
right.
6 of them because we did this last
All
minute.
So I
But-
want y'all to guess who we're gonna start with. It should be pretty clear by now.
Yep.
We're getting
Anybody
Kyoko
know?
first.
Oh, but Corin called first dibs.
Dude, okay, look, if it's a choice between Kyoko and Corin, Kyoko has been first in like every episode, so we should keep it going.
Okay. Sorry, Corin.
Why
I guess
not?
you're getting the,
Why the
you're-
f not?
you're getting
Get-
the shaft.
Yeah.
All right,
So let's
so-
pull in Kyoko for a question.
Wait, Kyoko's
Okey
getting
doke.
the shaft? In here?
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
I didn't sign
Put a
up for
seat.
this.
Put a seagull
Alright.
over that, Z-Tron.
Yep, I'm gonna put a seagull over that.
I'm
Alright.
sitting on top of this shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
seagulls.
guys.
what's up?
Okay. Hello there, Ephemeral.
Hello.
What I wanted to ask is, from the time that you had first joined up till now, what do you think what do you think, like, in terms of the game, the community, just everything to do with OS, has changed the most?
That's actually probably better than every other question I've been asked so far, honestly. Man, you guys really need to step
Ouch.
up your fucking game. You're just getting, like, wrecked,
Okay.
honestly.
That's why we've got
Like-
viewers.
Viewers
They're
to
good
do
at
the
this
work
stuff.
for you. God damn.
hey, that's what the bat team's for, right?
Oh.
The thing that changed... the thing that's changed the most... Mapping, I'd have to say. Or the client, one of the two.
Yeah.
I think the community has gotten bigger, but I don't think it doesn't feel like, at least not to me, I don't feel like it's changed that much. Like, it's kind of just an assortment of the same sort of type of people that it's always been, really. Like, the kind of people that like this sort of thing.
Have
But
you
mapping,
idled in
oh my
hashtag O's?
god.
With the client, rest in peace, tilted Osu cookie in the middle.
Rest in peace.
Tragic.
We knew you well. Truly.
I forgot it was tilted.
So, I guess, thank you for showing us up, Kyoko.
Yeah, we enjoy that.
No problem.
All right.
Just got told how to do your
first-
job.
Yeah, first question, we're already beaten. Alright, thank you very much. Let's move over.
I'm taking your job.
Alright, so I guess now we can actually bring in Corin. Now
Okay.
he can come in.
Here you go, Corin.
Will he be able to speak, or is he, like, still crying?
Hey, how you doing, Corin?
Hey Charles. Hey Ephemeral. So, what is your current opinion on the current status of Off Topic? Seeing as it used to be
Well,
your
that's
haven.
off topic. I thought we've been through this. Corin, we just went through this. There is no off topic. Corin, why would you bring that up? It doesn't exist. You're just asking me questions about things that aren't there. Did you approve this, Charles? Is this your doing?
Well, you see, Corin
First
has this
Kyoko being shafted, now
Okay,
this.
listen,
I didn't sign
listen.
up for this. You said it was an
Listen,
interview.
Ephemeral.
This is not a fucking interview. What the
I
fuck
want
is
you to
this?
understand, Ephemeral. Sometimes people think that Off Topic is a real place. But the truth is, it's just a figment of your imagination.
Oh, so like Neverland.
Yes.
It's also a
And-
board on the website.
What?
What website?
No, it's not.
Anyway.
Why would you say that?
Damn it, you guys.
Alright. Thank you, Corin.
Yeah.
Sorry that you can't find Off Topic. Maybe in another castle or something. Alright.
Find what? I still don't understand what you're talking about.
Just
Okay.
let him be. Let
Some
him
like
be.
inside joke or something? Man, the viewers are not going to understand this joke. I don't even understand. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know, Off Topic. It's just a weird phrase. It doesn't match anything that I know. Anyway.
Okay, so
Alright.
let's see if we can get anybody else to ask a question here. Because our whole big group of people that we got
Yeah,
together
yeah.
is such a big notice. Let's see.
Well, I guess the question is, who actually
had, like,
knows
10
Ephemeral?
minutes. I had like 10 minutes notice.
Yeah, 10 minutes notice. It's the best kind of notice, though. I almost want to make Deadbeat come in here and ask a question, because I know
Regardless
he
of
wants
if
to.
he has one or not.
Yeah, regardless if he has one or not, because I know he wants to. He has an idea. Okay, that's good enough
Alright,
for
let's
me.
hear him.
I'm ready to roll with it.
Come on. Yeah, there he is.
Hey guys.
Hey, how
Hey,
you doing?
dude.
I had an idea. Do you yourself have any plans for us? Like
Do I
excluding
have any
Tip
plans for
Division?
us?
Like
Do I have
outside,
any plans for us?
do you have anything that you want to do? Like
There's
nothing.
another decent question
That is
we
actually a
probably
really
should
good
have
question.
asked.
Honestly, I'm gonna this is gonna sound really suck-uppish, but I really don't. I really I think his vision, because it's his goddamn game for starters, but I really think his vision is spot on with where he wants to go. I think that's why I've sunk so much of my time into it as well, because it's like, you know, he's got the right direction. He's going where he should be going, I think. So
Do you have any
I'm
plans
happy
on-
with where things are going.
Do you think you might try bring the mat back at one stage or no idea?
Oh, that's a fair point. Yeah, I guess we should say that the mat wasn't really.
I was actually really angry when that got expanded.
Totally didn't want it to.
But
I imagine a lot of
the
people
map
were,
manager
honestly.
is a little salty right now.
Oh yeah.
He's very salty. Bag of macadamia nuts.
Yep.
Unsalted. Very salty.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
there are a lot of decisions made throughout the course of Osa's history that some of them are particular. I wouldn't say so much on the development side of things, but certainly on the staff side of things. Mostly because I've been involved with them. Some of them are not particularly great ideas, but you know, we learn from them. Or at least we try to.
Yep.
Which is why we're probably bringing the map back. But you know, you didn't hear that from me.
Yep.
So the
I know
map's
what you're
going in
talking about.
circles?
Yep, it's going in circles.
Oh.
You just keep
But,
dropping all these inside jokes, Charles. No one's gonna get them. They're just gonna look at this and be like, "Wow, these guys are like some inclusive pricks." What a bunch of.
Sorry about that.
Man, a bunch of seagulls suddenly going on right now.
Yeah.
What the hell are you
Anyway.
talking about?
Post-processing, my man.
Post-processing all day.
Alright, so is that it? Do we have anything else to cover with Ephemeral?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Even if we don't have anything else to cover with, it's been probably the most eventful 30 minutes that we've ever had on an interview here.
Oh yeah, no kidding. There have been horrible jokes, huge discussions on weird stuff. It's really been quite a thing. In fact, it'll probably be tonally very different to the other ones.
Oh yeah.
I should hope so.
Definitely.
Well,
Also,
you wanna be super special, Ephemeral?
oh, it's gonna be
course.
special.
Super special.
But we do appreciate.
I am Big Bird after all.
We do appreciate you taking time, especially because we kind of forced you. You didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah, just like let's f***ing do O's talk at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I don't need to sleep or anything. It's all
Yep.
good.
It is kind of a shame because a few people are kind of popping in last second. I think we got the time on the thread wrong. Just possibly.
Haha.
Did we?
What?
I think we might have. But it's all good.
Well, if you really want to, we can host like another question session later or something, and you can like.
Well, actually,
ad-lib
we
that one.
just got a new user in, so if he has a question for you, then now would be the time.
Yeah, by all means, come on in
Fa-
and ask me.
Found Cape, if you want to ask Ephemeral this question, now's the time. It's never too late.
I gotta say though, this just felt more like a
I got a
podcast
question.
than an interview, honestly.
Oh, well, that's
That's
basically,
kind of a good thing.
yeah, we
Is
kind
it?
of, basically,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
that's what we
The,
basically want.
I've seen this in general from comments and whatnot, is that a lot of people are enjoying this by doing other things at the same time while just listening to the people talking. And to be honest,
would
it's a
make
really
that a
good way to
podcast.
spend time. Exactly. And that's a really great thing, because it's a lot of audio over a long period of time that you can listen to and enjoy.
And
Speaking of audio in general, I mean, I don't know if you like the Bad Apple song anymore now that the fact that, you know, it's been ingrained into your head as something else, but are there any other kinds of music that you enjoy listening to?
I am a big fan of electronica, specifically drum and bass, and liquid drum and bass, and other forms of drum and bass.
can I ask you a question, like a serious one, for 5 seconds?
You just asked
Why are
me
you
a question,
asking
but
to ask him a
Go
question?
Like, no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no. It needs to be that dumbed down. What is the difference between liquid drum and bass and drum and bass? I've heard them both, and I seriously don't.
it's
Smoother?
smooth. Yeah. Okay, Corin literally just said what I wanted to say. It's smoother. That's all it is. It's just
How is it?
smoother.
I mean, I guess maybe people just don't know how to genre their music properly. Because anytime I've
Oh yeah,
tried listening to it
electronic
differently,
genres make no sense.
yeah, like, I
Like,
mean,
people say chill step, and I'm like, chill step? And they're like, yeah, chill step, dubstep is chill. I'm like, what?
yeah, I think we all need some chill step in our lives.
People
Step's
say
pretty good too.
People say EDM, but they really mean like electro house. It's
Like I
like
just said
it's like a
electronica,
thing.
and I'm sure that's a genre of music in its own right. That's not drum and bass or
Electro
liquid
and
or whatever.
electronic are apparently different, and I don't know if anybody actually knows the difference.
I don't know.
But basically, if you see it on Liquidity or Suicide Sheep, I've probably listened to it and I probably like it.
Yeah. And then well, I really enjoyed this interview a lot more than I should have.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a bit
And-
disappointed though. You didn't ask me who my favorite Katara Shoujo girl is. You did that to
Oh.
Dara.
Oh
Is it
my
like-
goodness.
Is there like some sort of thing that's preventing you from asking me that?
Oh no, not at all.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That was a user question.
It was
We don't
user
plan these
question.
things.
You guys
But-
are getting fucking schooled by your users. Seriously, you
But,
should like
Yeah,
take up
asking
them more.
Katawa Shoujo questions is a mark of professionalism.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course it is.
So seriously though,
Yeah,
best
okay.
girl. Best girl. Come on.
Serious deliberation right now.
I can't believe we're wrapping this up with Katawa Shoujo.
I don't care.
You should make it like a tradition or something.
only one
No.
or two. There's only two choices you could choose from, which would be okay in my opinion. So,
Oh my goodness. Elitist.
like, obviously.
I'm gonna
there's-
say.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say Hanako. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank-
Yeah.
Thank you for calling them by their name.
Yes. Bacon. Good.
God
Bacon,
damn it.
yes. Bacon.
Of course.
You people are sick. You know that? Alright.
Is she
We
so
are
cool?
done.
I can't remember.
No, we're finished. We're done.
Okay.
Stop.
We're not done.
So.
Oh god damn it.
um,
Why is this happening?
As they'd say in the Animaniacs, good night, everybody.
Oh wait, can I
Alright,
add in one
thank
more
you.
thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. One more
Yes,
thing.
fine.
We have. It's not a question, but it's more of a statement. I am sometimes on this thing called Mumble, the OS Mumble that Deacon runs. I am on there sometimes. You should come
Bull-
say hello. I'm on
I'm
it
calling you out. That
infrequently.
is not true.
I am on like once every 2
You're
weeks.
only
okay?
on there when I message you on Steam. Anyway.
Well, just message me more often then, and maybe I'd be on more often, Charles.
Alright. Oh, thank you. Everybody. ZJ,
Yeah,
would you
come
like
in.
to wrap it all up?
Yep.
Come in and have a chat.
Yep. Feel free to use the OS Mumble. It can be found at the Talk Solutions in the forums and general discussion. And remember, rhythm's only a click away, and we'll see y'all real soon.
Don't forget Corin's to speak, dude.
It's all
His
on
what?
there. It's all on
Yeah,
there.
that's
it's
true.
all on the it's all on the page. Thank
Who
you
even
for
uses
ruining.
TeamSpeak?
Thank you for ruining my closing, you bastard.
No, just clip it before I say that.
Well, no, it's
No, don't
not
clip
ruined.
it.
This has
Leave
gotta
this whole
stay
thing
now.
in.
No, it
Yeah, leave the
doesn't.
whole thing in.
Ah!
You do. No, you have to leave
This
the
is
whole
the
thing
worst. Okay, this is the worst best episode. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Have a good one.
in. Are you calling me
Or
Charles?
you would say later.
Yes. You are a bird with arms.
You are a bird with arms.
Bird of Arms is gonna fuck you up.
Okay, that's what we're closing on.